Sorry about that, guys. I was just taking out another pen in case this runs out. But anyways, I'm sure you've probably solved this question by now. Okay? So what is the value of this? Okay? So I'm sure you know the value of this is pi upon 3. Okay? Because cos 60 is a half, because cos 30 is root 3 upon 2. So this is pi upon 3, okay, plus 2, okay, pi by 6, okay? Sine 30 is a half, okay? So basically you have pi upon 3 plus pi upon 3. That'll give you 2 pi upon 3. Okay? This was a very simple question. Okay, so I've got some good news for you guys. We are almost done. Okay? So now guys, this question which I'm going to ask you is gonna be a little tricky. Okay? So I hope you've taken it. So now guys, this next question is gonna be a little tricky. This is probably the hardest question that I've asked you in this topic so far. Okay? When I first looked at this problem, even I was stunned for a while. And then I realized the notion behind solving this. Okay? So I want you to try this. Okay? I want you to try this problem. Okay? Okay, I want you to try this problem, okay? So just try solving it. Now remember guys, this is tan, this is cos. So you've got to do something here, okay? Okay, just give it a try and then we'll solve it together. Give it a try and then we'll solve it. Okay, this isn't working as well. Okay, not a problem. I'm basically almost out of ink, unfortunately. It depends, but that's fine. Okay, so how do you solve this? So first of all, check the principal value branch for this. So this is the first step, guys. Okay, pi minus pi by 4. This is your first step here. Now I know I'm writing pretty big, but that's just how it is, okay. Okay, so tan, okay, tan negative pi by 4. Now it has to be negative pi by 4 because remember, tan is in a different territory, so it has to be like that. Okay? So now what do you do? Now what do you do, guys? So now you have to think of something. How do you proceed from here? Now guys, this question can be asked in your board exams, okay, especially this year, because this year the syllabus has been reduced. So although they're not going to ask you questions from every concept of every chapter, you know, the concepts which they ask you from certain questions, the concepts which they ask you from certain questions, will be a little harder than usual. That is why I'm making you solve this. But yeah, you will definitely see this. This is a perfect question for G mains. Many people who are preparing for G Advanced also might have difficulty solving this. But this is a G Mains level problem. Most students preparing for IIT will easily solve this. Preparing for G Advanced will easily solve this. But this is a perfect question for G Mains. Okay. So, how do you proceed from here? So basically guys, I'm sure you know this. Okay? I'm sure you know this formula, guys. I'm sure you know. Now I'm sure you know that here you have tan. Okay, and what you need here, you need cos here instead of sin. Instead of tan, you need cos here because of this rule. Because of this rule, you need cos here, okay? Because of this rule, you need cos here so that you can get theta here, right? So then what will you do? So let me tell you one thing. You remember that rule? Remember this rule? Or not this rule, this identity. You remember this identity, guys? 1 minus tan squared x, 1 plus tan squared x. You remember this identity? You remember this identity? So now what do you do? Guys? So what is this? Okay, what is tan pi upon 4? Tan pi upon 4 is -1, isn't it? So that is why you have this. You have 1, okay? So x is pi upon 4, which is 1. So you have 1 squared, 1 plus 1 squared, okay? And then you have cos 2x, okay? And then you have 0 upon 1. So you have cos 2x, which is equal to 0. Which is equal to 0, okay? So then you have this, guys. 2x is equal to, what do you put here, guys? What do you put here? What do you put here, guys? You put this cos 2 pi. You put cos 2 pi right here. Okay, you put cos 2 pi right there. And then 2x equals 2 pi. So x equals pi. Okay? X equals pi. So now what do you do? Now what do you do? Just have a think about it. Just have a think about what you do now. Now guys, what do you do now? So now guys, remember, just have a think about it now. So guys, the value here is -1, isn't it? So you put that there, and then what do you get? You get this. Okay, you get this. So then basically what happens now? What happens now? Just have a think. Just think about it. Okay? Just have a think about it because it is a little bit tricky. Okay? Because guys, this value is put in there. This value is put in. Okay, so now let me just tell. So this is what it becomes, guys. Let me just tell you. Cos pi. So your answer is equal to pi. There you go. That's your answer. Your answer is equal to pi. Okay. So now many people will say that what if pi was negative? Many people would say, what if pi was negative? What would I do? Well, say pi was negative, then anyways it would have become positive. Even if pi was negative, it would have become positive, because you already know that when you have cos negative pi theta, it becomes cos pi theta. You already know that rule. So then this is how this is solved. Okay? So this is how it's solved. Okay? So, okay, I hope you've taken this down. Now I know this took a little long to solve, okay, but I have to explain everything as well, so that's why it took a little time. Okay, now guys, the problem in our country is that the reason why we find these questions to be a little difficult is because we are taught to just memorize everything and understand nothing. So that's why you will find them hard. But don't worry. As you go on, it will become easier. Okay. So basically, guys, we are almost done now. We are almost done. Yes, guys, we are almost done now. Okay? Okay, we are almost done. So let's try solving this one. Okay, cos. Cos 350, okay, 350 minus sine 350. Okay, let's not forget to put degrees here. Okay, so how do you solve this? It's pretty simple, guys. It's pretty simple. Okay, so just use your wisdom here and then you'll be able to solve it. Okay, let's do it. So this is the first step, guys. Okay, so now obviously you get this. Okay, so obviously you're going to get 10. Okay, and then you have minus here, minus sign. Okay, now guys, remember that this is in different territory, so that's why you're going to have negative 10 here as well. Okay, so then you have negative 10 as well. So 10 plus 10 is equal to 20. Okay, so this is your answer. Okay, so try solving this one now. Pi upon 9. Okay, try solving this one. It's a little tricky, but try solving it. You've already solved one like this previously. So have a look at that. Try and solve it. Okay? And we'll be just about done. Yes guys, we are almost done now. Yes guys, we are almost done now. Okay, so I hope you've taken this down. So let's try solving this right here. Okay, this pen is about to finish now. Okay, so remember, this is cos, we need sine here. So what do we do? So that is why we have this. Okay, everything in the first quadrant is positive. So we use this identity in the first quadrant. Okay, and then what do you get, guys? So then obviously you get 9 pi minus 2 pi upon 18, and then you get 7 pi upon 18. So then the answer is 7 pi upon 18. Okay? Now we are